What's up, guys? How's everyone doing today? It's winter here in Sydney, man. I feel that Australians have amnesia because it's so sunny and nice 9 months out of the year. We forget that it gets cold. Doesn't get cold like Youngstown, Ohio cold, but mate, it's cold up in here. It's Tuesday, June 2nd, 9:30 a.m. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Guys, I just released our first Stats Don't Lie video of the week, breakdown, analysis, and prediction of one of the funnest fights of the weekend. I put up a poll in on our Instagram story 2 days ago. We were talking about this fight 2 weeks ago. Kenneth Lover versus Michael Angeletti. Good odds, no matter what side of the fence you're on. If you like the Texan, if you like the Filipino fighter. Right now, Angeletti's a dog, $2.40. Lover is $1.65 favorite. Of all of the fights this weekend, we have the Japanese card, the Zuffa card in the UK, Pro Box card, and the Canadian card. My book is not offering me any props at this moment, so be patient. We know the props will open up. The good news is you guys do have 3 tickets. JSB Insiders, check your Patreon, check the YouTube members only section. You have 3 tickets so far this week, so it's only Tuesday. You got 3. My underdog of the week, $1.20. I might pick another one too. I had to jump on him. He was $1.20 yesterday. I think he might be the slave favorite now. I'm sure our Twitter haters are gonna love us for that one. So our dog of the week is plus 120. He might be a favorite now. I don't know. We have a plus 223 money line short parlay. And then we have a plus 110 triple. And then that's probably going to be my money line. I'm going to do a money line UFC parlay. That'll put us at 4. I'm going to do a UFC dog. That'll put us at 5. And then from there, we got some props to do. I'm just waiting for props to open up. Knockouts, points. We're going to do another moonshot parlay that I'll put live this time for all you savages. You guys, dude, you guys are crazy. I like you, man, but you're crazy. You're crazy, man. You got a dart in your neck. Bro, you got a dart in your neck. You're fucking crazy, man. I like you. I like you. Guys, if you're not in the Discord, click that link. It's pinned right there. It's a couple bucks a month. Let's talk about it. Let's see what the boys are up to. I'll remove that. As you're tapping in, like the video. Youngin in the house. Let's go. It is cold. Youngin must be an Aussie. He is definitely an Aussie, my guy. It's cold out there. We get amnesia. We forget that it's cold. I mean, it's not like snowing. My house. It's good. I have one of those old houses in Sydney that is actually constructed of real brick. So during the summers, my place stays cool, but during the winters, it stays cold. King pound for pound, yo, Johnny, been a minute. Haven't been able to utilize the Discord how I've wanted to. Still rewatch the lives when I can. See y'all killed it last weekend. Yeah, man. Look, the Discord is his own animal. The Discord, there's so many benefits to the Discord. How it's grown and how it's evolved. Shout out to Gil who just did some spring cleaning for us. If you're in the Discord, check out Gil for reorganizing everything. I had that shit scattered everywhere, and Gil cleaned it up. It doesn't go unnoticed, brother. I appreciate you. Gil's our moderator. He organized things. I had open tabs everywhere, shit that was chaotic, but he cleaned it up. I need people helping me. Shit. But the value of the Discord, man, whether it's none of us have to pay for pay-per-view fights anymore. I feel so guilty saying that. I do. I brought it up before. I haven't had to pay. Dude, I used to pay every single UFC main event. I used to pay for every boxing main event. I have all of the streaming services. I pay for DAZN. I pay for KO Sports. I pay for Paramount Plus already, subscription. But since the Discord, mate, I haven't had to pay one pay-per-view event because the boys are streaming in there. Shout out to our streaming snipers. KO, shout out to Mayweather, shout out to Doobie Kid, and it's really a community and team effort. So a great value of the Discord is that. The biggest value of the Discord is the community. Another great value of the Discord is that it's not just boxing. The World Cup is starting next week. I don't know if you guys, I am, think about the biggest boxing casual you know, that troll in the comments section who knows nothing about the sport, but every time Conor McGregor fights, he watches in MMA, or every time Jake Paul fight, like the sort of Jake Paul trolls. I'm like that with soccer. I only watch soccer once every 4 years, and it's during the World Cup. And mate, the World Cup starts next Friday. We have a whole channel in the Discord for the World Cup. We're already talking about it, so that's off the hook. We have a Major League Baseball channel, and our MMA channels is popping. So shout out to the boys. Rozicki versus CBS, no distance. I think Rozicki is going to start off early. I think CBS is a traditional, we know this, traditional slow starter, sort of a slow burn cigar sort of style. I don't know if Rozicki, I have a lot of confidence for Rozicki to get through these mid to late rounds that CBS is notorious for kind of drawing his opponents into. So if you're saying no distance, I assume you're thinking CBS stops him. What's up, King? Zuffa, yeah, I haven't gotten any of the look. Yeah, there's gonna be multiple dogs. My book isn't giving. I think I'll show you the fights in a second. We'll say our what's up. The boys are just stepping in, brush your shoulders off. We'll pull up the book. We'll look at the odds. We got some breaking news. Shakur Stevenson signed with Zuffa, which is crazy. Make that money, Shakur. Get your money, Shakur. Good day, Johnny. Thanks for putting me on to Blue Bets. I can get a bit. Yes, Blue Bets. Blue Bets is a beast. He's one of our newer UFC MMA sharps in the Discord. Follow him on Instagram. He gives a lot of free game out. Blue Bets on Instagram. He's a JSB insider. He knows his stuff. Yo. Did Court really sign with Zuffa? No, I'm not a troll, bro. I'm not a troll, bro. I wouldn't do that to you. I've never once. The reason why my channel is successful, both on YouTube and in the Discord, why we're a strong, educated community. They expect the truth. I would never troll anybody, mate. I'll show you a couple different sources. There's a couple different sources. Next Vision is an Australian. Top Contender Network is Australian sources reporting on it. This is the third source. So this it broke in Australia. These are all credible Nuna Boy promotions sharing it. These are all credible Aussie. A few, I think Nuna Boy's based out of LA, but these are credible sources. They all tagged me in it before I made the video. This is all the smoke. Another source.
Shakur Stevenson? No? Possibly. Listen, at the end of the day, I think that everybody's going to be here at Zuffa Boxing.
Including Devin Haney after his dad put out that cryptic $100 million contract message.
I think that everybody's going to be at Zuffa Boxing eventually.
Is that a Shakur Devin one day?
Well, what I said was last night too. I said at the end of 2026, right? I mean, you guys, most of you guys were here for the first press conference that we had. I said, judge us by our body of work as we head into 27. So, yeah, I don't know why I would say things that weren't true. Or did we announce that Shakur Stevenson? No.
Yeah, so it's going down. Rumor is Dev's already signed as well. Watching fights on websites be saving me a lot. Dude, I've thousands, bro. It's really expensive here in Sydney to pay for pay-per-views. I don't think you guys understand. Ask Youngin, who's in the chat. Ask Kane if he's in the chat. Ask Skeezy if he's in the chat. $79 every time. I never, maybe we spend like 69 one time, but I'm spending $80 out of the pocket every pay-per-view. And since we started the Discord in August, you got to think let's be conservative about it. Let's say there's 4 a month, which we know there's way more than 4. 80 times 4 is 320. $320 a month. We've had the Discord for 10 months. I've saved over $10,000. I've saved over $3,000 from our Discord. I've saved over $3,000 not paying on pay-per-views. Shout out to the Discord, JSB Insiders. We up. World Cup out to be lit. Same. I can't wait. France about to go crazy. Is that what are the? Does anybody have good leans? Any good reads on the World Cup? Post in the Discord and tag me, man. I have no idea who to cheer for in the World Cup. Don't really got any fights in general. We'll go over them in a second once I catch up to the chat. Yeah, Shakur signed with Zuffa. That's crazy. Crazy. Crazy gang. Chili's. Yeah, man. Chilly days. I can't wait for Shakur to fight. Hey, Johnny. Hope so. Well, what's up, Cody? Shakur, I mean, what are we going to see? Shakur and Zuffa. You know that people are going to say he dodged shock. People are going to. I guess this is just a sign of the times, boys. This is just a sign of the times in which, and how, look, the coach in me. How could you blame a fighter who is worried about? How could you blame a fighter going towards the money? It's tough not to. But the purist in me, gone are the days of legacy. You know, this isn't the era of boxing where fighters worried solely about their legacy rather than bank accounts. The world's changed. Social media changed everything. Tommy Hearns going to Zuffa to not fight Marvin Hagler. Sugar Ray Leonard signing with Zuffa to swerve. Like, it's just a different world, man. And who are we to judge? Shout out to Shakur. He's one of my favorite fighters. Shout out to Zuffa. Stirring things up. Dude, it gives us things to talk about. We get to sit back and watch. The more fights, the better for us. The more fights we get to break down, we get to bet on, we get to win. We're up. JSP, we're gonna be good. We up. It's interesting to read the comment section. Let's see what the commenters are saying, actually, because you know, there's like traditionalists who hate Dana, and then there's new fans who are gonna like praise Dana. Let's see what the boys are saying in the comment section. Imagine Ali. This is interesting. Imagine Ali, Leonard, Hearns, Hagler, Durant choosing guaranteed money over the biggest fights. Nobody remembers what they got paid. Everyone remembers who they beat. How you know who he going How you know who he gonna fight? Exactly. Nobody knows. That's why legacy-minded fans are asking questions. The biggest names at 35 aren't signed with Zuffa. Doesn't matter. It's his career, his family legacy. More power to him for taking care of the family. Yeah, it's tough to go against that. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. More power to him for taking care of his family. I'd probably take the biggest check too. But as fans, we're here for boxing. We don't buy tickets, pay-per-views, and subscriptions to watch great fathers. We watch the best fight. Hey, shout out to C3JA. Pretty solid comment there. JSB Insiders. We don't buy pay-per-views. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I don't know. That's just funny to me. At 44 years old, for the first time in my life, I've been paying for pay-per-views since I was 8 years old, dude. It's crazy. They can literally make the biggest fights and get paid. Promoters will literally have zero choice. It's a hotbed issue, boys. We know that. It's a topic, right? Dimitri Popov. All right, let's do it. Let's move on and talk about the UK main event for Zuffa this weekend. Give me a second. You boys are wild. Dev hasn't signed yet. What's up, Johnny? Wins this card. Who you like to see Shakur fight? All right, let's get to it's only Tuesday, but the boys are hungry for the tips. I haven't seen no official post from Zuffa. They're gonna say he's running. Youngin, I haven't paid for pay-per-view in so long because it's such a ripoff. You're all right, bro. Not sure. Yeah, we do get the shit under the stick. All right, let's do it. What's up? What's up, Julius? I'm gonna pull up the odds. It's fun to talk. You guys are all business, mate. You guys are all business. Let's talk about them. We can't even chit chat. We can't catch up. We can't talk about what's going on in boxing. Nah, motherfucker. Let's see them fights real quick out here. Can we see? Let's see these odds out. Well, we can't even just chill. Like y'all motherfuckers, y'all too serious. You guys are nuts. I love it though. We've created a monster. All right, so guys, this is my book. This is all I'm getting so far. I already checked to see if I'm getting odds. I'm getting method of victory on one fight. So Duval versus Enrique. I haven't taped that. Wyatt Sanford. Amon Khatiev, Diallo. Look, the Eye of the Tiger card is going to be a bloodbath. Mark that down. Write that in your books. If you're new to the game, the Eye of the Tiger is a Canadian promotion based out of Montreal. It's going to be a bloodbath. A-side fighters, stoppages. Check your books. Amon Khatiev, John Arobio, Albert Ramirez, all by knockout. That's what I'm waiting for to open up. Right now, the only prop that's open, it's $1.69. But you know we're throwing that bitch on a moonshot parlay. So I'm gonna probably pair this Albert Ramirez knockout at 65%. I'm gonna pair that and make a double to give to the boys for a plus money 2-leg. I'm also gonna use that in other parlays. Albert Ramirez is gonna get Lerone Richards out of there. It's how he fights. It's why this fight has been made. Montreal, Eye of the Tiger are designing these cards around manufacturing their fighters into big market fighters, and that's what they're doing. They're doing a good job over the last year or two. Shout out to Eye of the Tiger, man. They're really fun cards, and we make a lot of money on their cards, dude. So that is the only prop I'm getting. Khatiev, Arobio, Ramirez, whenever you props drop, look for the knockout. That's on the Montreal card. Okay, this is the Zuffa card. Edward Vasquez versus Lugo. That's an interesting fight, man. Plus 380 is tempting. I haven't done enough tape on Lugo. I do know Lugo fought for a world title. Lugo fought a Bronco Lara to a draw. I have to rewatch the Bronco Lara fight. I know both guys have been stopped recently. Edward Vasquez got the break speed off of him against Rafa, and he's come back since then. They've both been stopped in the last 2 calendar years. Is Daniel Lugo a plus 380 live? We have to check. I'm not so quick to. I'm never so quick to jump on these sort of like regional American fighters, like who's that kid that you guys loved that sucks? He doesn't suck. We picked him. We faded him and he lost. When Bektamir Melikuziev knocked down Darius Fulgham in the 10, we won on a decision. Fulgham, Cardine. Texas has a lot of these sort of regional fighters who are in these like regional shows and they're exciting and they're exciting, and then when they step up, they fall short. I mean, Virgil's still there, Bam's still there, Errol, Texas fighters. So Texas has a lot of good names. But on this weekend alone, there's a few of these Texas fighters that we've seen before in the past, that we've faded before in the past, and now they're favorites. So I have to do a little bit more research on Lugo. I only remember the Bronco Lara fight, and that's a good. I mean, he drew him. That's a good draw. Bronco Lara is freaking tough. Kenneth Lover. So this is I've already did my upload. Speaking of Texas fighters, I faded Angeletti here. I'm not impressed. People like Angeletti. I'm taking Kenneth Lover. If you want to watch my breakdown, analysis, and prediction, I like Kenneth Lover, man. Angeletti's 29, Lover's 23. Angeletti only has 14 pro fights. He turns pro in 2020. He was 2022 prospect of the year. Why is he hasn't fought in 2025? He only has, I think, 70 pro rounds. He looks good on paper. He's technical. I like him at range. He has skills. I like his hand speed. I like him in the pocket. I like his body punching. There's a lot about Angeletti that I like. There's just more about Lover that I like. Kenneth Lover, A-side, the fights in Japan, 23 years old, super aggressive southpaw, has a great left hand, great power, great volume, great hand speed. He does a lot of things that I really, really like, and I think he's great value on the money line. Lover's the type of kid. He's promoted by Manny Pacquiao. He's gonna, you mix all that stuff that I just said with Angeletti flying 14-hour flight, B-side, all this stuff. He's a 29-year-old prospect. How could I get up on a 29-year-old prospect? You know what I'm saying? Especially at 118 pounds. It's pretty crazy. So, if anything, I already have Lover on a parlay, and I'm probably going to play the stoppage. When I get props, that's what I like on that fight. And guess where Angeletti's from? Texas. These Texas fighters. Maybe it's because I'm from Ohio and Ohio got a bit of rivalry. Abdullah Mason, stand up. Tiger Johnson, stand up. Let's go. Angeletti reach might be the deciding factor. Pressure, volume versus defense length. What to pick? It's a fun fight. It's a fun fight. Is the dog on the picture on the dog Luipi is just said dog, and I'm not sure if that count. It's a dog, baby. It's a dog. Jack Massey, Chef Clark. Look, last time on our channel we taped Chef Clark for the Vidal Riley fight. Chef Clark did not show up. Chef Clark's downfall is his mindset in a fight. If anything, big slap Jack Massey. I'm taking Jack Massey in this fight. Chef Clark's a 5'11" guy. He disappears in fights. He got outworked against Vidal Riley on the domestic level. Jack Massey's been in there with some good guys. Did he get stopped? He went the distance, or did he get stopped? I know the fight was on short notice. He went the distance with Joe Parker. That's great. He got stopped against Alpataya and went the distance with Joe Parker. So I like Massey there. Lerone Richards will survive some rounds. I'm going to take the other. I think Ramirez gets him out late. After watching some tape, it's hard to understand how Willibaldo Garcia is a world champion. Yeah. Because Willibaldo Garcia won 2 close fights against Carlito in Mexico. It was before you got into our Discord. I lost money. I actually took Renee, and they gave it to Willie. High pressure fighter, but seldom sets anything up. Punches are wide. Work is sloppy. Maloney money. Ooh, I don't know about that, bro. I'm definitely not taking the Australian in that fight. Nah, Maloney's been faded way too much. He's already the mindset of a Maloney is. I think this is both guys have been. You got Willie's who's the champ. Maloney's been starched before, and in the media over the last few years here in Australia, it's never a good sign when you hear guys retire and they come out of retirement. They have to take time off due to a bad knockout loss, etc. If anything, Willie is a Mexican fighter who's going to be in his face the entire time, who's going to make him question some things. So I don't have a good feeling about that one. Who's that kid you guys love? I'm in my old man hater mode right now, laughing. Whenever I said that was Darius Slocum, who that one? Who that one new fella? Look like a bulldog. Who that new boy? Look like a bulldog. Zuffa got to do away with their shitty plain Jane uniforms, gloves, boring ring walks, glamour, and fanfare. Well, you know why they do it, Adu. You're a smart fella. Because it's not about the fighter, Zuffa. It's just like it's about the brand. Zuffa doesn't care about the fighter; they care about the brand. So they communism of boxing. Garcia is promoted by MP Promotions, but I don't see that being an overriding factor on this card. That's a big that I have no faith in the Maloney boys at this stage of their career. Neither one, Jason or Andrew. It's hard to get past seeing them knocked out cold on a canvas. Mike from Melbourne, sub Johnny, trust you well. I've got Ibrahim Suleiman, good fighter. Yabuki's our guy. I'm waiting for a Yabuki knockout prop to drop. Ramirez knockout prop, Katiev, Neary, Padley. That's your conservative parlay? Those are good. Thoughts on I like Willie. I like Willie to beat Maloney. I know. Let me look into it a little bit more. I listened to when Barry Unboxing talk, so he likes Maloney. Let me look at it a little bit more. What I'm looking at is at this stage of the game of Andrew Maloney, for me, I don't have to look at his fight tape. I'm going recent interviews. This is how I judge fights. We know his career. We know what he's been through. I can't believe he's fighting for a world title again. I'm looking at recent interviews. I'm looking at his fight camp. I'm trying to find sparring partners. So give me like a day on Instagram to do some sleuthing. We got some sleuths in our group, boy. You know, some of the boys would be. Somebody's probably already messaging Andrew on Instagram. Is that official dollar a week or just what? What does it matter, dude? What are you tripping on? Steve. Yo, coming from Youngstown 330. You're cutting? There's no way we have another Youngstown, Ohio guy up in the chat, do we? It's my hometown, boy. Northside, Ohio. I grew up in Smoky Hollow. That's where YSU's campus is now. When I was there in the 80s and 90s, it was depressing. Very depressing. Northside, Smoky Hollow. Holla at your boy. Is Riziki a hype job? Is Riziki just a Canadian club fighter? Yeah. Yeah. Riziki, he ticks some boxes marketability wise. He's gonna sell a fight. He looks the part. He looks mean, but I mean, CBS came over to Zuffa for a reason. I think that's an easy fight. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I live on no shit. I some of the best year. I don't know how old you are, Steve, but I played Little League baseball at Gibson Field on Gibson Avenue, Uptown Kiwanis, my whole life. And then I played T-ball 19 from like 1987 to 1994 on the South Side. Riziki has been training with an amazing coach for the last 3 months. I'm not laughing at you, Dimitri, but he's been training with an amazing coach the last 3 months. As a coach myself, like 3 months, you're not gonna get much. You might get a sprinkle. Riziki is who he is. You know what I mean? Riziki, we have things in how our brain works, our wiring, our movement patterns, our decision making. Riziki's already who he is. He's already a developed fighter. 3 months with a new coach isn't going to do much. He may surprise you yet. Nah, I don't see it. Maybe. I used to kick it with Kelly Pavlik in 2012 when he was drinking a lot. I'm 37. Yeah, Kelly and I grew up together. Kelly's a good friend of mine. That's a picture of Kelly right there. Yeah, Pavlik and I played Gibson Field, Little League Baseball from the time we were 7 until we were 14. He's a good friend of mine. I see him every time I go home. I was at the Jermaine Taylor fight in Atlantic City, the first one. I was at the Max Zertuche fight in Disneyland at the pond in Anaheim. The fight when he was climbing the ranks. He knocked out Zertuche in the 9th round. If you guys haven't seen that knockout, YouTube it. Glorious. He knocked out Zertuche cold on his feet. And then he went from the Zertuche fight to the Edson Miranda fight. Miranda was a 3-1 favorite. Knocked Miranda out. Miranda was supposed to beat him, and then he got the Jermaine Taylor fight and knocked Jermaine out. I can see Andrew knocking out Willabaldo if he punches with him. No shit. I gotta look into it, boys. You guys are sharp out here. Thing is, ever since the Juto fight, he's been fighting too scared. Which, this is what I mean. This is like the whole. Dare I say? Well, Willie is the champ, but think about why a lot of us picked Psycho Kettle to beat Charlie Edwards because Charlie seemed gun shy. Charlie was hesitant pulling the trigger. Charlie stopped punching with his opponents. All those sort of hesitations, even though Kettle wasn't a big puncher, whenever you start limiting yourself offensively at the world level, it rarely ever turns the other way in terms of a career trajectory. Whenever you start seeing that sort of degradation in decision making, which leads to an outcome, you never really see fighters turn that around. So it's hard for me to say that Maloney is going to turn that around. Willabaldo, most punches thrown is one certainty in the fight. Yeah, I've been watching for over a year now. That's why you know so much about the fight. It's in our blood, man. Shout out to Steve J. Appreciate you, man. It is in our blood. I tell everybody that. Youngstown, Ohio, Southside Boxing Club, Jack Lowe, OG, old school. Ray Mancini, Arroyo. I don't know if people realize Ernie Shavers, wasn't born in Youngstown, but spent a lot of time Youngstown, Warren area. We've had a lot of fighters come up through the years. Shout out to my boy, the pride of Ohio, Billy Lyle. Billy Lyle fought an exceptional fight when Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was the world champion and in his prime. And Billy Lyle went to Mexico. If you watch that fight, a lot of people think Lyle might have won that fight. It's a good fight. Pride of Ohio, Billy Lyle. Let's see. So Kenneth Lover, this is probably one of my favorite fights of the weekend. Lover versus Angeletti. Let's look at the other ones. What other ones are you talking? Yabuki's fighting. Did we talk about that? Josh Padley versus Keith. Does anybody think Fiaz is live? I don't know. Does anybody think Fiaz is live? I don't. I think Padley's too classy for him. We'll get to the UFC on Thursday. I'm going to do a UFC live stream on Thursday, Mike. The second live stream on Thursday will be all UFC. Billy was tough. Darnell Boone. Yeah, Darnell Boone, one of the greatest journeymen in boxing history. People don't realize Darnell Boone, but I always tell people they better put some respect on Darnell Boone's name. He dropped when Adonis Stevenson, I think Adonis Stevenson was a world champion. Darnell Boone had him in all sorts of trouble. Darnell Boone fought Kovalev when Kovalev was the murderous Kovalev. Darnell Boone had some really, really good moments. His career record, when you look at that record, I'm not going to compare it strictly to Augustus Emmanuel Augustus, the Drunken Master, but there are some parallels whenever you have a guy who doesn't have a big promoter, who's always the B-side, who has to travel every single fight to his opponent's backyard, is always going to lose on a close decision, and you have these sort of like crazy win-loss records. Darnell Boone was a really good fighter, really dangerous fighter. It's all good, Jerry. Jerry, you know you're my dude. What I didn't I what why did I type it wrong? I thought I put dog of the week. What did I type? Jake Massey. Oh, I didn't understand why you were asking me. I guess I just put dog. Guys, I'm old. Yeah, he's my dog of the week. Massey's my dog of the week. I I just put dog. My bad, Jerry. I didn't realize what you were asking me. We might have another one too. I'm gonna do a dog of the week for the UFC. I just edited it on YouTube. All right, good looking out. I didn't realize that. That's what I think. I think Padley's a level above, right? We are the Dagestan United, a small city with the most 100%. Send him to Youngstown 2-3 years. Forget about it. Didn't Darnell Boone drop Andre Ward? Let's pull it up. Yeah, don't let this record fool you, mate. Don't let this record fool you. Darnell Boone could crack. He's a good fighter, dude. 24-28. He's the best 24-28 fighter you've ever seen. That's on some real Diesel. Y'all better put some respect on Diesel's name too, before I tell him y'all out here tripping. 5'7", fighting massive dudes as well. Little cat, fearless. I can't believe he's still fighting. He had two fights in 2025. Michael Angeletti had 0 fights in 2025, and Darnell Boone had 2 fights in 2025. That Angeletti's inactivity bothers me. Angeletti is the 2022 prospect of the year at 25 years old, and since then he only has a handful of fights. Doesn't fight at all in 2025. He's now 29 years old and he's still a prospect. Only has 14 pro fights. That bothers me. Also, I should mention Kenneth Lover fought 4 times in 2025, and if you watch my breakdown, 4 out of his last 5 wins are by knockout. 4 out of Angeletti's last 5 wins went to the cards. This is Michael Angeletti's first 12 rounder. You know those Philippine boys, them boys have been fighting 10 and 12 rounders their whole career. So you got to take that in consideration. That was a little side chat. So Adonis Stevenson. So this was a fight I was thinking of. He fought Adonis Stevenson in 2013. I swear he dropped Stevenson. Maybe I remembered it wrong. Ah. Did Darnell Boone drop Adonis Stevenson? Aha. Memory. Yes, Darnell Boone dropped Adonis Stevenson in their first fight on April 17, 2010. Boone handled Stevenson his first Boone beat Stevenson, knocking him out in the second round after surviving 2 knockdowns in the first. Stevenson later avenged this loss with a 6-round knockout in 2013. That's insane. Adonis Stevenson, legit world champion. Did drop. Did he drop Kovalev? No, he didn't drop Kovalev. Kovalev won both of their fights in 2010. Kovalev won a close split decision in their first match. Kovalev stopped Boone via TKO in the second. So 2010 was Darnell Boone's prime. And obviously folks didn't really want to fight him. But yeah, people need to put some respect on Diesel for real. What's up, Max? Angeletti did fight in 2025. I might have to disagree with you on that, but did he? You can disagree with me, dude. This isn't an echo chamber. Did he fight in 2025? Why would I have misspoken? Ah, calendar year. My bad. So this is what I was referring to. Zan, we definitely disagree. We don't have to agree on everything, brother. I appreciate you. This is what I was referring to, though. "29-year-old prospect, 76 pro rounds. He last fought June 7th. He last fought June 7th of 2020. So, give or take 24 hours, what I was getting at is a calendar year. He hasn't fought in 365 days. Never fought a 12-rounder. Why? Why have they been moving him so slow? I don't know. Barry, I'm going with Maloney. Okay, Pim, can't read. Can't wait to read. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check what Barium has to say too. Yeah, going with Maloney is crazy to me, dude. Let's see. Let's check something out. I just don't. Maybe it's because I got PTSD from betting on Maloney in the past. Look at this card, guys. This is an awesome card in Japan, boys. Lover versus Angeletti, Willabaldo versus Maloney, Yabuki versus Kalido, Neri versus Casemiro. Let's go. And there's some good undercard fights. Dude, Yabuki versus Kalido too, boy. I don't know, man. So you like Maloney here. Dude, he lost to Guevara. I'd have to rewatch it. We just saw Guevara get starched. He got starched against Nakatani. He loses a close split to Guevara. He fought an 8-rounder. Maybe you're onto something, mate. Maybe you're onto something. I thought Renee won at least one of those fights, by the way. They gave, the first one was a split draw. The second one was a split decision. I thought Renee won at least one of those fights. Kalido didn't get any of those fights. And now Kalido has to fight Yabuki. Yabuki's probably going to starch Kalido, too. It's an interesting one, man. I appreciate the chat. Appreciate everybody in here. 45 minutes in. There's 74 of you in there. Like the video. Shout out to all the insiders. We got a lot to talk about. Guys, we're still in our film study phase of the week. The week just started. You Americans, it's only Monday. If you're new to the channel, this is what we do every week. We break down fights. We do our film study. We riff about them. We go back and forth. We have the Discord, so we share information, and then we place our bets. And then we win money, like we always do. So it's the best community in boxing, hands down. I'll stand on that, with the smartest boxing heads. We don't have casuals here. There's nobody here that are fans of boxers. Just if you're new, we're fans of the sport. It's why we do film study on all of the cards, because we wager our hard-earned money. I'm not impressed with. I am. I like Lover. I like his left hand. I like his aggression. I like his power. I like his self-belief. I just think I like a young slugger. You know what I mean? I love how confident he is in what he does. And I've been watching him for 3 years, since he was 20. I like the little adjustments Lover has added to his defense. Not really. He's an offense guy. He's an offense guy. Athletic as hell. Southpaw, power in his backhand. And I think he's going to have the speed advantage, the power advantage. A side, I love Kenny Lover here. To be honest, he has lost a high level opponent. All right, so the boy, Youngin, Ozzy. Are we on Maloney? I haven't placed I don't think I've placed anything on Willie yet, have I? I don't think I pulled the trigger on Willie. Nope. Nope. Good. So I'm open. I'm open. I'm all ears. I'm like a blank canvas. I'm all ears. Do whatever you want. So I'll look into it. I bet against every UK fighter that has Mahoney, Maloney in their last name. It's crazy how in Australia they pronounce Mahoney. So the name Mahoney, it was a famous character on the Police Academy movies. Mahoney! Move it, move it. They pronounce it in Australia like it's spelled Mahny. Monty. They pronounce Mahoney like Monty. It's weird. Still no idea. He got a title shot, boys. Yeah, Willie gets hit with everything. I think Khalito gets stopped. I like Ibuki. I'm waiting for props to drop. Yep. I think Neri stops Casemiro. Guys, I think there's going to be a lot of bloodshed this weekend. The Canadian card and the Japanese card, boy, I think knockout props will be plentiful. And I think that UK Zuffa card, maybe a lot of decisions. We'll see. I've got to study the fight a little bit more, but we'll check it out. Yeah, we got time, boys. We got time. Did Barry Unboxing, let me check the Discord. I want to see if he put in his analysis. So, guys, if you're not in our Discord, this is our Discord. Okay. Shout out. So I'm gonna share it with everybody. All right. So this is one of our sharps. Willaboda Garcia versus Andrew Maloney. Honestly, it's hard to understand how Garcia is a world champion. Again, Rene Calito. Garcia spent 24 rounds charging forward like a shopping cart with a bad wheel, moving forward but without much control. The pressure can be relentless, but the punches are often wide, predictable, and thrown without much setup. Even at 35, Maloney remains the cleaner technician, faster eyes, better timing, better understanding of distance. If Garcia keeps crashing in behind those wide shots, Maloney should be able to split the middle, land first, pivot out, and make Garcia start the entire process over again. That's the key. Don't stand there all night and exchange with Garcia. That's what he wants. Force resets and make him pay an entrance fee every time he wants to come inside. As far as the politics, this event is being run by Kameda Promotions in Japan, and historically, Japanese judging has been among the more receptive environments for skilled boxing, aka it's fair. In a lot of places, judges fall in love with the guy kicking down the front door, volume guys. In Japan, they're often just as willing to reward the guy who quietly slips through a side entrance and empties the house without breaking a window, the skilled fighter. Also, don't forget the resume. Take away Khalito and Paul Butler, recognize any of the names. For a world title holder, that resume is anorexic. Meanwhile, Maloney has spent years swimming in deeper waters against significantly better competition. Bro, Barium is proving a point here, boys. Barium boxing, he's selling me right now. He's seen more styles and more pressure and bigger punchers. So when I look at the styles, the venue, the judging tendencies, and love of competition each man has faced, I think we have a live dog in Japan. Bro, this guy is a savage, dude. Final prediction right now, there are no method of victories available, but I think the Australian wins the decision. Therefore, I'm taking Maloney on the money line plus 115. Barium boxing. We salute you. That is exceptional. Bro, what a great breakdown, kid. He's selling me, mate. That's a great breakdown. McKenna stopping 35. I'm not getting this fight. This isn't Aaron McKenna. This is his brother Steve, right? Most Street Fighter were in Maine. Most of Street Fighters were in Maine. Most of Streeter. Oh, he's fighting Streeter. Fights were in Maine. There's a DAZN boxing in Fenway Park Saturday with Cassius Chaney. Is there? Is that on the books? All of the Mexicans are hard to pass up in your book. Maloney, is that the boys? Are we going Maloney? The money is almost even right now. Let's have a look. Dude, what better sport in the world than this? What an amazing thing we get to do. This is awesome. I love the film study phase of Fight Week. This is my favorite phase. Dude, we're hunting. We're like hunters. We're archaeologists on an archaeological dig site. They're like, hey, JSP insiders, go to Egypt. Go try to find some artifacts outside of Giza. And we're there in the dirt and the sand, shuffling and siphoning through dirt, looking for artifacts. That's what we're doing. I think we found an artifact. I think we found a fossil. I'm still going to do my due diligence. I'm going to revisit the resumes of Willie. I did think Renee beat him. So you're on to something there. I didn't like the optics of the knockout against Junto. Something he didn't mention that I got to look into with Andrew is his punch output. I want to see historically what he's been like. What's his output like? Is his punch output down? How about his power punches? He is the more accurate guy. He's the more technical guy. Maybe I've been sleeping on Andrew Maloney. I'm going to look into it. Maybe we got one. Plus 112 is nice there, mate. Shout out to Barry Unboxing. Best kept secret. Ooh, the boys are going back and forth. I just parlay the over for Maloney and Willie is feel safer. What's up, Mosby? Playa, how you doing? PJ in the house. What's good, PJ? You been in here the whole time, big dog? The odds just flipped on what? Why was Maloney's plus 112 right now? He's not a dog. He's a dog on my book. PJ, look, plus 112, kid. Maloney by points will probably be 150. Look at Barrett. Dude, we got some savages in our group. We got dudes. We got dudes with such credibility in our group that as soon as they post, there's other dudes in our group betting. We affect the market. It happens every week, and you know what? You guys don't get the blame. I get the blame. That's the fucked up bit. I'm gonna be the one getting pulled through the shit on Twitter. All the little Johnny's babies on Twitter making all their fake pages talking shit about me. They don't. It's because they're not in our club. They don't know what goes on. The savagery and the chaos and the research in our Discord with guys like Barry Unboxing, just out here doing an analyst work, shifting the odds. I don't see it. There's no way it's shifted again. Look at the price. Look how it's steep. That's crazy when you look at the arch. Are we jump? Should I jump on him? Should we jump on this now? I was 50-50, but I just saw Fiona's Maloney. I'm jumping on him then. Boys, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm jumping on Maloney. While he's still a dog. I'm jumping on him right now. Just so everyone knows. Maloney brothers, this is the closest fight in Japan. Well, bam, so odds haven't changed. He sold me, man. I think I'm sold. I'm only taking him at plus money though, and I don't want to wait. Anybody else gonna jump right now? Anybody with me? Who's gonna do this? I'll do it right now. Yeah, Fight Night at Fenway sounds amazing. PJ, you got action on it? Are we classifying Maloney as chinny? I know he doesn't. You know what? I'm gonna live and die. I'm gonna back the boys. I bet him he sold me. All right, Eli, he sold me too, dude. All right, I'm doing it as we speak. I'm gonna go half unit on Maloney money line. Done. I got him at plus 112. That's a good piece though to do a moonshot parlay. You know what I might do? I might do a dog parlay. I do have them. I might at that plus money. I might use that as a moonshot parlay piece. I'm gonna keep Jack Massey as my dog. I'm taking Maloney, which I just put in on it, but I think I might use that price to parlay into like a moonshot half unit sort of thing. But props haven't dropped. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take him there, and then we'll see we'll see if he moves. All right, I'm sold on him. Shout out to the chat. I'm on it. Anyone should, yeah, we'll be. The Ibuki card is on DAZN. They just announced yesterday that Kameda Promotions was picked up. It's on YouTube as well. They'll be streaming on YouTube and DAZN. PJ, I just jumped on it, bro. So you might as well jump on it too. I'm also going to use it. The odds on Chris Billum Smith. Let's check it out. I feel like we're playing the stock market. I feel like we're playing stocks in real time. They are dropping. I like CBS here. I was waiting for props to drop. This is crazy. You wouldn't think that, a 3-1 favorite on the money lines odds would drop significantly before props drop. That's what I'm waiting. I'm waiting for props to drop. Gentlemen, hold your horses. We've forgotten about Rafferty versus Esimo. Do your take. Yeah, that's why that's why I'm not sharing. You guys know on the chat that I have a little bit of half unit action with Maloney, but I'm not sharing. I'm not like, it's not going to be on my list yet. I want pro. Yeah, I'm waiting for props to drop. Lover is fighting Michael. He's not fighting Richards. I like Kenny Lover. Lover's fighting Michael. He has an Italian last name, Angeletti. I have Lover to beat Angeletti. I did a breakdown. Watch it. Imagine taking Maloney at favorite odds. It's all good. Guys, I got to run. I'll see you guys in the next one. Watch the breakdown videos. You guys are the best. Like this video. JSB Insiders. We up.